In this video, we're gonna look at some of the best examples of AI company websites so you can get some inspiration for your project. So let's dive in. So first, let's talk about Flow, and I really like this cream background, the serif typeface right here, and this light animation which kind of explains what they do. They basically translate and refine voice to text, right? When you scroll down, they show off the product on a simple wireframe mockup. We have some integrations in the background, and they follow the same pattern here or with this path, right? They also have some illustrations here, lightly animated. I really like that the type, the colors. Again, they use the same kind of animation throughout the website, and we can see more illustrations right here, which makes it super easy and enjoyable to read through the content and understand the product. And they have some micro animations right here as well, like things like this, even showing the languages in a unique way. And again, they show the product, and it's just a clean, professional looking modern website. So a great example of what you can do for your own AI company. Another one is this from Baseten. They have this pretty technical Rive animation right here that explains the product. I really like this dotted line. It gives structure to the whole website. They use this distinct green to highlight certain things. We have some light animations here on scroll as well. And it's just very clean, and they use those animated diagrams throughout the website which explain the benefits and features of the product. And even cool little animation like that, it makes the whole experience more enjoyable, and it looks very consistent, very clean. So another great example. And then we have a snow globe, and what I really like that they use distinct candy colors and half-tone illustrations in the background, which we're gonna see in a second. But they also have this kind of grid in the background, which kind of gives it structure. They show the product before and after, so you can understand how it can help you. And I like this section that kind of hijacks the scroll and makes you go through these tabs to understand what they do about their products. We have some more colors here and more of those half-tone graphics that are very appropriate for the brand, since they do like a data simulation, so it can symbolize that. They use this half-tone graphic right here. Very clean, very professional, and just using a few effects like that can tie the whole website together and make it much more unique and original. Another one is from Joopy. They use a rugged font right here, and I like how they animate the logo on scroll. We have some zoom out animation of this illustration. The illustrations themselves are pretty interesting. There are some surrealistic illustrations here, light, unique backgrounds, some gradients, even here some subtle gradients, and even like small illustrations or icons throughout the website makes it much more sophisticated. Together with those gradients, looks very clean but very original at the same time, super professional. Here is another example, and we also have like a 3D globe here that we can spin around. Once you click on these dots, we have some info showing off what they do. We have some light gradient in the background. It kind of makes it look more futuristic. And other than that, the website is pretty clean. We have some blur here behind the navbar. I really like this section with this carousel and how it unfolds on scroll. It kind of goes in the circle. Very cool, very original. It's just laid out in a nice way. And then we have this globe in the footer as well, which kind of ties things together. Now this website is in French, but I just wanted you to focus on the design. It's a flat design, but what I really like is they use some sans serif combined with serif, and it is orange to highlight things. And I really like how they show this dashboard on scroll with some micro animations here as well. It looks so well done, well designed, branded. Even like how they stack those headlines right here. It's pretty unique. We have some subtle animations in these diagrams. I really like how they also use this element from the logo as a pattern. It kind of breaks the monotonous look of a website, and also they introduce some secondary color palette for these testimonials. Let's slide from right to left. And other than that, this is very clean. Also, like little elements like this graphic that rotates on scroll can make your website look more alive, more interactive, and just makes it for a more enjoyable experience. And then we have one from Composio with some light gradient refractions with some noise. But I really like how it makes you focus on the headline. Once you scroll, it fades out. And it also has some unique graphics. It goes from a wireframe to pixels to this grainy gradient graphic. This section is pretty interesting too. You can switch here or switch the tabs and they explain the product in a cool way. And again, we have those background graphics that animate. Other than that, we have this throughout the website. It goes from pixels to those unique gradient graphics, and it just looks so precise, so kind of technical, techy vibe, but it's not overdone. It's easy to read. Just little things here and there, like even those backgrounds makes it look so much more different than any other AI company. And then we have Sahara AI, and they also have a 3D element that you can play with. They kind of have this grid in the background, and I like how they have those on-hover elements animating here. They rotate, they slide, so it brings those sections to life. It's very legible, clean, light. You can focus on the content, nothing too fancy, but a few things here and there can make a big difference. They also kind of use this element from the logo throughout the website, so it ties things together. Another great example is from Faculty. They don't have much animation, but they have unique backgrounds with this gradient and this threshold and this unique chiseled all caps typeface. And so as you can see, you don't really have to make a lot of animations, just here and there, like even those cut corners and those light backgrounds and shadow animations here and there can really make a big difference. That's it for today. I design websites on Framer and Webflow, so check out my portfolio. But other than that, follow for more tips and inspiration when it comes to branding and websites.